Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back, finally, to another horror movie review. First off, I just want to thank you guys for being here, supporting me for this long. I know I've been gone a while, on this channel especially. I'm a high school graduate now, so I want to thank you guys for the post and just commenting me, congratulating me. I really appreciate that. Hopefully this gives me time to work more on both my channels, this one and my Goosebumps reviewing channel. I know I'd have half here than what I do on my Goosebumps channel, but hopefully I can bring some of them over here to subscribe and try to bring this channel up, because I really have not liked the numbers I've seen recently, especially on some of my reviews. I know a lot of people, they don't really like this type of reviewing style, or at least some people, they don't. They like more like the Cody Leach and, cinema reviewer type people. They like those kind of reviews. I don't have the skill to edit those videos, and I just like sitting here on a camera just talking to you guys about what I've been reviewing and how I enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys understand. And without further ado, I guess we can get into this review. So I have taken a long break, and I didn't finish the Saw franchise. I felt so terrible. I think we stopped at 4, so I'm going to be recording a couple episodes because I've actually watched a couple movies. I'm going to upload these at the same time just so you guys got a couple videos to watch. Today, I will be reviewing the 5th entry in the Saw franchise, and that, of course, is Saw 5. It came in this 10-film collection pack. Definitely a big box. Looking forward to seeing the latest 2 sequels. I believe those are the only ones I've never seen. So I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as I can. And hopefully I won't spoil anything in these reviews. If I have, I apologize. I try to keep my reviews spoiler free, in case you guys don't know, just so you can get an idea of what to expect. I just, throw the basics in here so you can understand the plot. But I try not to spoil anything, so let's hope I continue that streak and not do that. So, Saw 5, what is it about? So, Saw 5 picks up right after the events of Saw 4. If you don't remember, Agent Strom, he followed everybody, that was taking place, after Daniel Rigg and Detective Matthews all get killed, Later find out that Hoffman is a part of the game towards the end of that film. And basically, most of this film is Strom going after Hoffman. But at the start of the movie, Strom gets taken, by a guy in a pig mask, which we're presuming is Hoffman. And he gets put in, this little cube box trap, for his head. And then water starts pouring in. He's supposed to drown, but he's able to, pull out a pen from, his pocket. And he jams it into his throat. And he, gives himself a tracheotomy so he can breathe through his throat and save his life. But Hoffman walks out with the little girl, Jeff's daughter, and says that he's the only survivor. But then they come out with Strom, and, of course, he's shocked. So we later find out that Strom is taken to a hospital along with Hoffman. They get checked out and everything. Strom isn't buying Hoffman's story about how his cuffs were weak and he was able to slip free. He's not buying that. So, of course, he immediately suspects Hoffman of being a suspect, in the agency. And the film starts with him going after Hoffman and trying to track him down, and Hoffman's trying to cover his tracks. But then we get to another part of the movie. We get a whole new set of characters for, this trap that Hoffman set up for them. And I believe Malik is one of the characters, and then you get, this business financer, investigative reporter, or, journalist. He's, a British guy, bald-headed. And they're all douchebags. I'm just going to point that out right now. They are selfish. They don't care about anyone but themselves. Of course, for most Saw victims, that's how they are. But anyways, they're putting all these traps, and they definitely struggle trying to escape. Saw 5, to me, was kind of a slower entry, but it wasn't my least favorite so far out of what we watched. Definitely Saw 3, probably one of my least favorites. That may change. Even watching Saw 6, that may change still. But to me, this kind of slowed down the pace. Saw 6 kind of did it better, but I'll get into that in my other review. Sorry, I watched both of them at the same time. I'm trying not to put most of that review. Anyway, we're just talking about Saw 5. So, the tracking down Hoffman storyline or subplot, that got boring at points, if I got to be honest. But when you're with the 5 characters in the new set of traps, that I enjoyed. Definitely enjoyed watching people trying to escape and failing miserably. I won't get into detail what happened. Try not to spoil, as I said. But I did enjoy that part of the film. The ending, wow. Definitely one of the more gorier endings to a Saw film that I've seen. Especially if you watch the unrated cut. I believe I watched the unrated cut, from what I understand. It came with like a rated and an unrated. I'm pretty sure I watched the unrated. But anyway, the characters. Strom, I like the actor that played him. And Hoffman, of course, he's iconic in the Saw franchise. I enjoy the characters, but just the subplot of them, trying to get one up on each other, that did get kind of boring at points, but I did enjoy those characters. The other detective, I believe, I forget his name, but didn't really enjoy him all that much. Could care less about him. When you get to the Saw trap victims like Malik and the reporter and all these other people, most of them douchebags. I don't like douchebag characters mostly. There might be some exceptions on certain movies, but for stuff like this, I could care less. If they live, they die. Not really interested in them, and quite frankly, they probably deserve it. But most of them didn't really care for. John Kramer's involvement in this story, as he died at the end of Saw 3, beginning of Saw 4, something like that. Still like how they try to tie him and Jill Tuck and all of this as like another subplot. Definitely good seeing John Kramer in these films. Always gonna enjoy him. And Jill Tuck, she plays like a minor role in this film, but I don't believe she gets too in depth until like the next film and so on. So it's always a nice thing having them introduced. But overall, this film was probably in the middle for me right now. May change later on, like I said, when I get to the later films. But for right now, it's like right in the middle for me. Just some characters are like really bland, and I didn't really enjoy the subplot with the tracking Hoffman down. The Saw traps, though, like I said, definitely going to get an enjoyment out of those no matter which one you watch, especially at the beginning with Seth Baxter. You'll get a kick out of that trap. That's one of my favorites in the franchise so far. But anyway, that has been my review on Saw 5. It was interesting, but at some parts it did kind of slow the film down with the subplots, or side plots. Sorry. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it about a 7, 6.5, 7. Just, I don't know. Just something about it to me kind of slowed it down. I'd probably lean more towards a 7 than a 6.5. But I don't know. I still got enjoyment out of it. I mean, I wouldn't cringe having to watch it again. But definitely a step down from Saw 4. So that has been my review on Saw 5. What is everyone's thoughts on this film? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would really love to hear your thoughts. Glad to be back reviewing these. And I will see you with the Saw 6 review. I'm going to try to get that recorded as well. So God bless you guys, and Have a great one. Bye, everyone.